multiplayer 7 Days to Die with Silverblade.
Damn it, son of a... Ouch.
You must remember to,
88 miles per hour!
Don't you feel foolish?
Greetings, minions, survivalists, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing 7 Days to Die, Alpha 15.2, and this is episode number 133. Second to last episode of this season before we take our little break before Alpha 12 comes out. Now, I made my way back home. Didn't really have a whole lot of kerfluffle on the way back. We tried going out and seeking out trouble. Found a little bit, but really it wasn't the kind of trouble I was really hoping for. I was hoping for something apocalyptic. Lots and lots of trouble. Whatever. Okay. So now we are going to set up for our end scene. To set things up for tomorrow's episode. And, well, I don't have enough gunpowder, as you just saw, to make a healthy amount of boom. So we are just going to cheat it. Now, here's the thing. When I play games, I don't ever use cheat codes until I have played a game through from beginning to end without cheats. It ruins the fun to cheat in a game. You know, it's like, okay, well, I've gotten this far, the struggle was fun. Oh, let's just make it just too damn easy. And it kills the fun for me. So I don't cheat until I finished a game. Now, there's another instance when I may cheat something, and I almost never do this. It's when I lose something due to a game glitch. Excuse me a moment. But yeah, if the game is flawed and it glitches and it loses something of mine that it really shouldn't have, that doesn't naturally occur in a game, then I will cheat something back in to make up for the loss. Because, in my opinion, I should not be penalized for the game, screwing up. So that's the one rare instance where I will cheat in a game. But it rarely ever comes up. In fact, it almost only comes up with 7 Days to Die. Considering that when I've played in the multiplayer with Hal and all them, sometimes we had to bring things in on very, very rare occasions. Like if you're on a multiplayer server and you get killed and your backpack just suddenly disappears and you had a semi-decent rifle that you found on day one and it's gone. Well, you could play like golf, play it where it lands, or you can bring in a close to the same level of rifle through the cheat menu. So here's how we do the cheat menu. Use the tilde key, the one with a little squiggle on it. Well, actually, no, it's F1 now because they changed the keys around. So DM, debug menu, and then CM, I believe it is. Alright, so we've got those two on. And let's see, what key was that? It's the U key. So let's see, we got TNT. Oi. Now, is this the one that you can throw or place? Let me see. This is the one that you can place. So we're going to need a lot more boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. A hell of a lot more. So we're going to start off, let's see, let's find... And this is a good place to start. So we're not going to set this off today. Oh, can't stack it. Doggone it. It used to be you could stack it on top of each other. Now you have to kind of place it around the walls. Otherwise it just falls flat. in a very unexciting way. And unfortunately, the stacks of TNT are no longer in 999 or whatever it was before Alpha 15. So that's kind of a buzzkill. So let's get these placed in. This is all that this episode is really going to end up being. I mean, of course, I'll have my charming commentary, but you know, you've heard that for all season, right? Not like I'm not really selling this episode well, am I? As you see, I got some fuel barrels going as well, so you know, there's that. Needless to say, we are going to make this place airdrop. We're going to light this place up like a hell of a Roman candle. In fact, I'll get those out too at some point, because I'm serious when I consider this my tradition. But yeah, at the end of every season, I blow the hell out of my bases. Because, well, why not? You gotta go out on a bang, right? It's my trademark. And I'm a big fool for kabooms, so, you know, there you go. Now, it used to be a lot more fun placing this stuff because you could stack it. And stacking it just, I don't know, it just had a much more satisfying blow-up effect. But then again, it also used to freeze up my computer something fierce. So I'll be doing a lot of this off camera, I'm sure. Probably spending the rest of my morning / night doing this. But it will be an honor to do so. And just so you know, before I started this episode, I exited out of the game and I made a backup save of my game. So the base be pre-TNT with everything that I've owned. There is a backup copy of it now. So if I do want to come back to this before Alpha 16 comes out, there is the possibility, but I don't really see me doing that, to be honest with you. But it's nice to have the option. So let's see. Get that. That's gonna drop. So got all that filled in. Yeesh, I'm getting kind of turned around, which is not good when you're playing with high explosives. But yes. This is going to be your last relaxing episode, Lynn. Before big booms. Actually, I probably should just... There. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that... Shake it off, Frosty. Is there one there? Yep, there is. Okay. This won't be completely filled up, but, you know, it'll definitely leave a mark. And if I blow myself up in the process of this, well, I will just copy in my save game and start from scratch. Hopefully it won't come to that. Yeah, I'm definitely not liking the new limitations on high explosives. But as you can see, I'm quite serious when it comes to making sure it all goes boom. It's gotta go big or it's gotta go home. Unfortunately, it's 20 at a time is gonna be quite tedious. And I don't know how much, if I'm gonna do the entire base, or the entire mine, I'll probably just do my work area. Now definitely the base down in the bottom of the canyon, that's gonna get the royal treatment. Now I will be keeping my ammo and weapons on me because, you know, after all this goes off, I mean, I'm going to need a gun to set this off, first of all. So, you know, there's that. But also, this is definitely going to have to attract some zombies. If it doesn't, I will be very, very disappointed. And the hate mail will flow to Mad Mole and company. I mean, he's already on my shit list, so, you know, there's that. So the main idea is just to cover every single spot that I can, mainly the floor, because that'll make everything else collapse in on itself, hopefully. Hopefully. It's kind of an art. One that, well, you know, I never was particularly great at art. But when it comes to explosions, gotta enunciate a little bit better now. I want to get in that league of artistes. Ah, crap, it's that torch that got in the way. Alright, so we've got that side. Scritch, scratch back this way. This is going to be something to see, I tell ya. And then to see the aftermath, that's going to be priceless. I'm almost giddy. Just to see what the hole in the ground looks like when this is done. Oh crap, come on, get in there. See, it's a good thing I'm not making these and that I'm cheating these in, because all the ones that fall and go poof would just be a lot of wasted gunpowder. You know, they say there's no such thing as waste when it comes to gunpowder, but no, seriously, if it just falls and goes poof, it's not really useful. Not good business. Not good business at all. Now, if you've seen in episodes where I did the mining and the walls would come tumbling down, how long it would take for that? Yeah. This is gonna make that look like a walk in a park. And this is just a taste of what's coming. Because I mean, I'm gonna be doing a lot of this off camera. Well, as much as I possibly can off camera, anyway. But yeah, you're seeing the steps it takes to do something on this grand a scale. And with my luck, even though I do sometimes think I am blessed with the luck of the Irish, with my luck, only part of it will explode. And I'll have to figure some way of getting in here to finish it off. Now the trick of it is you have to blow up from the bottom up. Or wait, did I get that right? Because I remember, what was it? 3 seasons ago in multiplayer, Hal was putting TNT down a hole, and yeah, I think you have to do it from the bottom up, because if you do it from the top down, the dirt will fall on top of it and will mute any chance of it detonating the stuff underneath. I think that's how it went. Either way, he shot at it from the top or from one side, and it didn't translate the explosion to other sticks of dynamite, and it ended up just kind of being very anticlimactic. Don't want that happening. I want maximum boom. Maximum carnage. Explodey love. And this is going to take a while, so do bear with. But I do want to say, though, that I've had a lot of fun this season. It's been a great pleasure getting to know many of you guys that pretty much joined me this season, or at the very end of last season. Particularly Lynn Voyager and Pamela Goodman. It's good to have you guys constantly cheering me on and commenting on my videos and supporting me in many ways. And I really do appreciate it. It just adds a little extra purpose to my drive to do this stuff, knowing that you guys enjoying it as much, if not more so, than I am. And I really do enjoy this. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, this has been a great season. It's been a season of phenomenal growth for my channel. Now, some people may say, well, phenomenal growth would be like, 100K subscribers, thousands of dollars, and blah blah blah. And it's like, no. I went in 2 years' time from practically nothing to having, right at this moment as I record this, just shy of 400 subscribers, which still some people be like, well, that's nothing. I'm still starting, I'm still earning my bones, So to have nearly 400 subscribers, all of which I try to, all of which that comment I keep in contact with, and see you guys on other people's channels, and get to chat with you guys in live streams, and even play with you guys in live streams. It's great. I didn't imagine I'd be at this place at this time. So having you guys, constantly chatting with me and leaving comments and having fun like I am, it's great. And having, mere 400 subscribers, the numbers don't matter. What matters is that there's people out there that are enjoying good games, good-natured humor. It may not be the best humor, because, you know, I'm doing it, but it's not the kind of humor that is tearing people down or being outright nasty. And I do what I can to treat people civilly. Essentially, treat people how I would like to be treated. And it's just great being part of a community of gamers that aren't really assholes. I mean, it's okay. It may come off as kind of bad, but you gotta understand. My first experience with YouTube Let's Players was seeing people play like Call of Duty, where you have 12-year-old little squeakers barking at adults, telling them to F off and kill yourself, drink bleach, you know, that kind of bullshit. And for the longest time, that really did not entice me to want to play with people, whether it was multiplayer games or even in co-op games. It just kind of put me off on it, because I don't want to be around people like that. You know, I don't want to be around ass kissers either, but I don't want to be around people that are just animals. No class, no manners, none of that. And, you know, being on YouTube these past 2 years, I've learned that there's more people out there that are decent and good people and good-natured than the rabid little animal squeakers that was putting me off. So it kind of renewed my hope in humanity, such as it is, to play with good people, get to know good people, and of course, you know, being an introvert, a hermited introvert at that, you know, it helps me come out of my shell a little bit. So it's allowed me a good deal of personal growth. And, you know, this past year alone, I got to play with people that inspired me to get into YouTube in the first place, whether they knew it or not. And so I've been able to play with people I really looked up to and respect, and it's been great. So definitely appreciate you guys for sticking with me. Those that have been with me for a while, as well as those who've only recently joined me. I'm really, really glad to have you guys around. Makes it all worthwhile. Definitely grateful to people like Grandma Shirley and Sharky. Yeah, I said it, even Sharky. You know, Grandma Shirley, and it was one of my first commenters, my first regular commenters at that. Still commenting on my videos to this day. Without her, I mean, I'd still be doing what I'm doing, but I don't think I'd have the same connection. Like, you know, my mom is kind of a technophobe. Well, not kind of. She'll look at a TV remote and just kind of go, ugh. This is not something my mom would be really interested in. And because of Grandma Shirley, you know, me talking about her and showing my folks Grandma Shirley's first videos, it got them interested in this, in me doing YouTube videos. They never would have been really, I mean, it's not like they don't support me, but they wouldn't have any interest. They wouldn't want to sit down and watch my videos or Grandma Shirley's videos or any of that. It would never even come up on their radar. So for Grandma Shirley, you know, she helped open a door where my mom and I can have something of similar interest, a common interest that we normally would not have. Now, my relationship with my mom and my dad is really good, but you know, when it comes to personal interests, you know, we just kind of go into our rooms or our little bubbles or areas and, you know, vegetate on our own. But because of Grandma Shirley, I can show my videos and they'd be like, "Wow, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool," and it gets them interested in not only what Grandma Shirley's doing, but also what I'm doing and what can come of it. And it's great. It's being able to talk about things I never would have been able to talk about with my folks, particularly my mom. My dad and I, we have things in common and interests in common, but you know, it's Mom and I that are different in that regard. So it really meant a lot to me that there's someone like Grandma Shirley that helped open a door for me like that. That, you know, my parents are in their 70s, and so I'm living at home looking after them as well as trying to take care of myself. But to be able to connect with them where I normally would not have been able to, it means a lot to me. And you know, doing videos like this and YouTube, it wouldn't have happened without it. So it's been a great blessing in my life, and I know it is for others as well. Even though I may never know what other people you know, get out of it. You know, you never know who you're gonna touch. That's the big thing. Whew, that's a lot of TNT. So yeah, and then there's Pamela Goodman. Yeah, she's the den mother of Let's Play videos of us 7 Days to Die YouTubers. If she's not enjoying us blowing things up and killing things, she's reminding us to eat and drink and be merry. And she's been a great fan, a great friend, and it's been, I mean, she's custom made t-shirts for me. So whenever I show my face up on web camera, whenever I decide to do that, I will be wearing a uniform, and that will be the t-shirts that Pamela Goodman has made for me. And I'll wear them with pride because they are absolutely awesome shirts. They really are. She's also made a quilt for me, an Irish chain quilt. Very beautiful, and very warm at that. And I'll have to show that off at some point as well. If I need to get me a quality webcam, or a quality camera, not just a web camera, but a camera, so I can actually take pictures away from my computer, you know. But yeah, it's just great that I don't have fans, I have friends. So yeah, I'm getting all sentimentally mushy, I guess, but it does mean something to me to have people that follow me and, you know, stays with me, communicates with me, that enjoys my work, you know, continuously adds to the fun by adding to the conversation. It really does mean a lot. And I think I got God mode on. That's why I'm floating. There we go. Thought something was a little off kilter. But yeah, like I said, it really does mean a lot that I have people that will follow me, and you know, I can't forget Bloodbane. I can't forget, you know, Hal or anybody. I mean, there's so many people to think that, you know, I'd have to think about and mention. I can't even keep track. But you guys know who you are: Suzumi, Lynn Voyager, xxsydcharlie. Gosh, I know I'm going to be forgetting names, but you know, I haven't forgotten you, even though I just can't at the very moment, because I am playing with high explosives, remember. I remember specific names, but I really do appreciate it. One thing that always chafes my hide is seeing YouTube videos from people, and I've seen it with the big name ones as well, where I don't know, I just don't sense the sincerity of people, you know, when they say how grateful they are. And I never ever want to come off as insincere. I try to do my very best to say what I mean and mean what I say, and I don't always have the best words for it, particularly when I'm busy placing high explosives to this degree. But I do want people to understand that, you know, I am grateful. I am serious about it. And yeah. Poof. Whew, this is getting dangerous here, folks. I think what I'll probably end up doing is not filling this entire room. I think we'll just keep it confined to the areas that I frequent the most. Because I am going late in this episode. A lot of it due to me just kind of rambling on. But I do, there's just a lot that I want to say that's on my mind, and sometimes I think of it long after the fact. But, you know, there's things that I just feel the need to say, that thoughts I want to express and make sure they're known, so, you know, people know where I stand, so there's no confusion. You know, I'm gonna break a leg or two in this, I'm sure, just so that people really get the gist of what I'm on about. And oftentimes I kind of think about how, you know, people can be perceived, and oftentimes I try to preemptively try to negate false perceptions, because I kind of almost predict how people will be like, oh, he's just saying that for views, he's just doing that for money, blah blah blah. Because I've heard it with other YouTubers, particularly the big ones, the big ones, and I can't speak on their behalf, but I can only speak from my own experience, my own observations. You know, I really yeah, I'll just leave it at that. This is gonna make some maximum boomage, of which I will apologize for nothing. It is my channel. I'll blow it up if I want to. It's just a matter of not blowing myself up in the process. Although that probably will get me thousands of views. Whatever. Right? Whatever. This is going to be a bit... We're just going to run a little long, so don't get your panties in a frizz. It's all for a good cause. Maximum on boredom is a good cause. Wow. Okay. Now I do see where there's going to be some hitches in the giddy-up. Particularly in this area. Hopefully I won't set it off by walking on any of this. Because that would be most unfortunate. And a long pain in the ass. We'll get this section finished, and then we'll call it an episode. Sound good? I mean, after all, this is the second to last episode. Tomorrow's episode will be dynamite. Unless I blow it up a little prematurely. A little premature boomage. There's a pill for that, I'm sure. Alright, well, I'm going to call it good at this because I'm getting kind of scared now. Anywho, guys, thank you for putting up with my ramblings in this episode. But do know that the things I've said, I do mean. There's things that I really can never really convey without writing it out, because I do better with my thoughts if I write them out and get to look them over, polish them, and make it all nice and concise and neat. And when I talk, I can't see the words, so it just all comes flying out as it hits my stream of consciousness. Plus, being distracted with high explosives makes it a little more difficult. But I hope you guys get the gist of it, and you guys can see for yourself and all of my back record of almost 900 videos to date, and many, many more to come. You'll see what I'm about if you don't know already. So anyways, do check out the links in the description box below, particularly my Twitter feed, so you know when things are going down, as well as Patreon, but also mainly the links to other YouTubers, particularly ones that I mentioned and those that I haven't. Check out their channels. They have great quality stuff. And they're good people, and they're more deserving of your eyeballs than I am. I firmly believe that. And let them know that I sent you. So until next time, well, next time there will be some boom. Yes, worship it. Until next time, see you later. Boom, boom.